Nice to have you with us. First of all, let's talk about the quarter itself and how would you describe your performance?
Yeah, the quarter was outstanding, as was really the full year. We were up 5%, and full year EBITDA, which really was a great metric for us on an adjusted basis, was up 30% year over year to 35% in total at $420 million, which is also, of course, a fun number to say in the cannabis space. We had fantastic outperformance in gross margin, 60% for the year, 62% for the quarter. We continue to focus on operational efficiencies and scale across our platform and across our retail channels. We're the largest retailer of U.S. cannabis in the country, and really just very, very proud of our team and very proud of our results.
Well, I'll tell you, Kim, I was in South Florida just a couple of weeks ago, and I would come across that Trulieve brand from time to time. And I think, it's interesting. We spend so much time talking about the new Trump administration and what that means for this sector and that sector. There's been so much conversation around the future of cannabis in the U.S. market. And I wonder where things stand right now. I mean, you can only operate your business with what you know day to day, but how are you operating the business in the current environment?
Yeah, I think that the outlook for U.S. cannabis has never been more positive. We always, and everyone, we as I think humans are trained in terms of what have you done for me lately, and faster, sooner is certainly a mantra. That being said, right, the president has signaled support for the industry, and we have rescheduling underway. Granted, of course, things take longer in D.C. than any of us would like, but on the state level too, there's some bright spots, right? We've got Pennsylvania, that conversations there with the governor expressing his continued support for an adult use program, and a bipartisan memo being issued just this past week by Republican and Democrat lawmakers, signaling their support for adult use legalization in that market. Of course, we continue to charge the hill in the states that we operate in, and so we're going to continue to operate a very solid core business, which again is evidenced by our outstanding financial results that we just reported on this morning, while also, of course, continuing to push for reform in the broader sense. So, a lot of things on the horizon, safer banking, of course. We continue to also have a conversation about repatriation of funds here in the U.S. To enable us to list on exchanges such as NASDAQ and the like. But lots ahead. And we have a president in the White House who has been vocal as it relates to his support for some of those initiatives as well. So I would say folks just got in place with the administration, and we're looking forward to working with them in the future.
And then I alluded to the fact that, you're looking to broaden out the product offerings. I think drinks is now sort of a fresh new look for you as well. Tell us what you've been doing and what goes into the thinking there.
Yeah, so Trulieve as a company, look, we've been in business for about a decade here in the United States, and the group of founding entrepreneurs, actually, I'm fortunate that many of us are still here. And so having the opportunity to enter a completely new segment for us is very exciting. And we took a look at the landscape and wanted to diversify the portfolio into, farm bill compliant, hemp-derived THC beverages. At Trulieve, we do things in a pretty specific way. And the first thing is that we start with curiosity, and we want to understand everything we can about the segment and the particular industry that we're going into, along with the consumer. And so consumer science is really a part of who we are. And so we're launching. We launched actually yesterday with our new beverage line called Onward. There are SKUs that really serve to attract and speak to that current alcohol consumer and offer a transition product. So we're focused on cocktail replacement in 3 milligram, 5 milligram, and 10 milligram, and CBD and THC, I should mention. And the reason for that is really consistency of impacts and effect. Nanotechnology is used from an onset perspective, so folks can see where they're at after 15 to 30 minutes, and also to allow for that pacing in the event you're in a mixed setting with both alcohol and cannabis products being consumed. We're leading with education, and very, very exciting to take our platform that we have, particularly in our home state of Florida, where that's where we're launching alongside alongside Total Wine to really, learn all we can about the consumer before and prior to us scaling, which we do plan to do. So again, 5 SKUs to start, quick line extensions coming behind that, along with other distribution partners that we're going to be excited to announce alongside of Total Wine in the near term as well. So drinkonward.com, you can get it delivered today. And then also our locations that we have in store will be listed there soon.
We have less than a minute left, Kim. I just want to sort of, for our audience, which is generally quite interested in stock performance, when I look at the analysts, how they're viewing your company, they're generally quite positive on the business. It does feel like your sector sometimes just gets caught up in the unknowns around policies. So how do you sort of navigate that in the short term?
Yeah, I mean, look, every day, right? For me personally, I'm also the largest shareholder of our company, again, as a founder and CEO and chairman of the board. And so, listen, I'm right there with folks. And I think for me, it's about the understanding that we have such a strong fundamental first business that is focused on the now, but we're also focused on long-term positioning. U.S. cannabis is here to stay. You can see that in the growth and the number of units that we're selling and the increases of those units year over year, the new and exciting product lines that we have coming out. And again, we've got an administration who has been vocally supportive of the industry. So change takes time. We're trying to change, decades and decades of prohibition here. But I have a confident and an optimistic outlook that we're going to continue to be able to make those changes. But again, in the interim, the basic fundamentals of this company are so strong that, as I say, I wouldn't change hands with another CEO if I were offered. So I feel great about the outcome.
Kim, appreciate your time. Thanks very much. That's Kim Rivers joining us, CEO of Trulieve. We're going to take a